Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber Neal.
Hey guys, welcome to the Amber Neal Show. It's your girl matchmaker comedian Amber Neal, and today we have a really good show for you. Today we're talking about how to know if they're interested. And have you ever wondered why intelligent people have such a hard time finding love?
Yeah, I wonder why I have a hard time every day. I mean, I knew it had to be this big old beautiful brain of mine. I'm just guessing here because, you said why intelligent people, so I'm assuming it's because of my intelligence.
Yes. Well, let me go ahead and welcome in my co-host, guys. He is the man on the ones and twos, the man of steel. He is the most in-demand DJ around. And I kid you guys not. Y'all should hear some of the names that he works with. But for today, y'all got him as my co-host, DJ Houston in the building.
Hey, what's up, H-Town? And everybody else that be watching, but H-Town.
It's so funny though. This is why we do this, guys. This is part of the reason we're trying to show that no matter how old you are, what you believe in, your orientation, whatever your belief system is, religious, background, political, that we all bleed red and we all spin green and we all have emotions. And at the end of the day, we all have different ways to know that someone is interested in us, because back in the day, well, let's just say we would pass notes in high school, right?
Absolutely.
But now, what is it? Social media, right?
Well, I was going to say the other thing is, now the new thing is just ghosting everybody.
I'm not going to speak to you.
Exactly. That's exactly what they do. They think, oh, I'm going to play hard to get. Well, you're playing too hard to get. Thank you very much. Got to show some kind of interest.
And that's the thing too, guys. If you are just tuning in today, we're talking about how to know if they're interested, and then in the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk about why intelligent people have such a hard time finding love. But first, we got to tell you about two big events coming up that we are working on, and you've got even more than that. But first,
absolutely.
First, this Saturday, December 4th, from 12 to 2 is red carpet interviews, networking. Come out. We are hosting the MC hosting the Macy's Christmas, or I like to say holiday fashion show. Is their biggest one at the end of the year.
I was going to say, I think we all call it something different, because I know you've been, like Shamir's been saying the Christmas, you've been saying the holiday. I've been saying the end of year, because I'm like, it's the end of the year, and who doesn't want to celebrate New Year's?
Right.
So, but it's going to be a great not a great little event. It's going to be a great big event. So we're taking over one of the little entrances near the mall.
The main entrance when you walk in.
Exactly. And you're gonna see the red carpet as soon as you walk in, so you get to see Miss Bacon Destin over there giving some interviews on the red carpet. You get to see Miss Amber Neal hosting the thing, and then of course you get to have some beats by your boy DJ Houston. It's gonna be so much fun. And then we ain't done, because the following weekend?
Well, before you jump to that one, I do want to send a shout out to my daughter. Shout out to Brianna Craig. She also is one of the models at the event. And shout out to Neil Hamill, because they are the ones supplying the models.
Hey, and not only that, but guys, if you're in the industry, or you want to break into the industry, this is a great networking event for you. This is a great place for you to meet other models, agents, all this good stuff.
Too.
Artists.
We even have the G-Boys as our entertainers.
Right.
And guess who they just signed a deal with?
Who did they sign with?
Master P.
Ooh, so see, we got some great people up in the building. This and you get to interview on the red carpet. So that's free press for you. So make sure y'all guys come out. It's going to be such a big event. It's going to be so much fun. And then guess what? We got a more higher publicity event as well coming up. Is it the weekend after?
12/12.
Is it the weekend after?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks after? Either way, I think it's the following Saturday.
Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh my
12/12.
goodness.
I
Like
know,
I just know the
games.
date, you know. I'm like, I just know the date. That's it. It's 12/12. But either way, we will be having our black tie total package. It's the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala.
Yes.
It's gonna be so much fun. You know, it's Shabir and Amber usually do their ceremonies separately for their days in the cities to help honor the top 20 power couples, the top 10 bachelors and bachelorettes, and then Shamir honors the top 20 business owners of Houston. So we decided this year to combine both of them to make it an even bigger event than what it already is when they're separate. So we will be over at the Grand Tuscany Hotel.
Grand Ballroom, baby.
Exactly. We got the big ballroom. So, you know, your boy's going to be in the mix again. I'm also being honored as one of the top 10 bachelors. So, you know what I'm saying? Are you single, man?
Can I put myself in as one of the top 10 bachelorettes?
Why not? Why
Can
not?
I honor myself?
So, guys, make sure y'all guys go check out all these great events. I know the Macy's event is a free event out to the public, correct? Am I misspeaking here? I'm like, it's a free event out to the public. Y'all guys just come into the mall, check us out. It's going to be so much fun. The 12/12 event, we got tickets up. We're looking for vendors. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for people who just want to come out. You know, tickets are live. Eventbrite. Just look up the Total Package Awards 2021 Black Tie Gala.
And if you want to be a vendor, sponsor, you want your logo on the highly photographed Step and Repeat, go ahead and hit us up at amberneal.com, Boss Up Houston Network. Send us a message. We'll tell you how to get involved. And actually, if you'll check out our friends, right now we're going to run and take a quick break. We got some messages from our friends at the show. And stay tuned because there's actually a promo video in the commercials for the Macy's event. So check it out
the Black Tie Gala.
And the Black Tie Gala.
Exactly. So
just listen.
Booyah! We'll be right back after these words from our friends.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask how to get 300 megabytes per second for only $35 per month, plus taxes and equipment fee with no annual contract. No bundle required. Unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network 832-895-5095. That's Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed plan based on the client upload and download capacity of Internet 300, Internet 500, and Internet 1000 versus Xfinity Spectrum and cost 400 M, 500 M, 600 M, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable service with more than 10, 20, and 35 megabytes per second. Download max typically 940 megabytes per second for Internet 1000. Please vary by guarantee.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, guys, it's your girl matchmaker Amber Neal.
And your girl Shamir making testing, baby.
I'll never get used to tired of you saying that.
I know, right?
Guys, we are so excited. We're here to tell you about our next high publicity event of the year.
Yes, it is the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala. And we want to see you December the 12th in the building at 7 p.m. at the Grand Tuscany Hotel.
In the Grand Ballroom. Okay. It is so nice. I'm so excited.
I am so excited.
And we are honoring Houston's top 20 power couples,
top 10 business women and top 10 business men.
And let's not forget, if you're single and you're ready to mingle, we're also honoring Houston's top 10 most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. For more information, go to eventbrite.com. Find out how you can get plugged in as a sponsor or a vendor.
Yes, you can go to any social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And then you can also reach out to us at www.bossofhoustonnetwork.com.
Hey guys, welcome back in. That was some really great information. Shout out to Demetrius Joseph for putting this whole thing together at Macy's.
Hey, absolutely. It's going to be so much fun. Shout out to him. If y'all guys are looking for any kind of like good events, modeling events, things like that, y'all guys go check him out. Hit him up on his Instagram.
Yeah.
He is a loving person who loves to help get people put on the map.
And the ladies love him.
Absolutely.
He's also one of our top 10 bachelors at the Total Package Awards. So I'm telling you guys, we're moving and shaking. So let's jump into our topic today. How to know if they're interested. Because in today's world, I mean, people are pretty direct. I mean, if you just listen to, as a DJ, I know you can really understand, like totally understand this. Because if you listen to the music, it's really about... I think from my generation, being a little older than you, just only a couple of years, of course, but it kind of trips me out how the lyrics now, and I was a big fan of Salt and Pepper. Don't get it, it's none of your business, okay? But at the same time, it is so, we just now, in a society where 85% of women admit they have a Plan B guy, it is alarming how women play just as much as men. And so now... What's up on that thing?
Yeah, right. Just when you sit here, because when you were talking about Salt and Pepper, and you're saying this.
My name's Amber.
Right. I'm over here thinking like, okay, think about the lyrics. So there's a song by City Girls. Everything's sampled nowadays. How all the music's pretty much sampled from the good stuff. But they have a song called "I'll Take Your Man." You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Go get your own man.
Get your own man, honey. Jesus never sent you somebody else's husband, okay? That's number one.
Number two.
Number two, see number one. Okay?
Exactly.
But karma's a bitch. So, hey, play if you want to. I've lived on this earth long enough to know that karma will get your ass, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, well, let's jump in, guys. So, I'm used to saying guys. Shout out to Ryan doing his business today. Okay, how to know they're interested. What's number one?
Well, I will tell you that number one for me would be quick replies. Like when you're just sitting there texting somebody, sometimes it's like you didn't even have time to open the message and they already responded. You know what I'm saying? Kind of texting, like those quick, I look forward. I'm waiting for your text messages.
Don't
you know what I'm saying?
Dot when you actually want to talk
Thank
to
you,
somebody.
iPhone. I'm like, thank you, iPhone, for telling me that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you're nervous.
Oh, yeah, and then it just disappears and you're like, hold up. What happened to my dot?
What were you saying? I know.
That happens a lot. So when they're sitting here giving you those quick replies, that's one of the ways that you can know. Also, if they're asking you a lot of questions, so if you're getting, if the conversation's juicy, it's not just oh, the weather's nice outside today, oh, are you cold today because it's kind of chilly out? No, it's like, oh, how was your day? What did you do today? Did you eat today? What color are your eyes? Stuff like that. These are the kind of questions that people are going to ask when they're interested in you. So if you want to know if they're interested, text them and see how long it takes them to text you back.
If
it takes 2 days,
people do what they want to do.
If it's left on red,
people do it. Okay. And it's so interesting because I like that because one of the things, when you think about somebody, if you're not interested in them, how much you're going to ask them? You're probably not even going to reply back. I mean, it's going to be so obvious. The thing is, that's where we have to stop making excuses for people.
Right. Like, he's busy.
He's busy for 3 weeks. He must have lost his phone.
Listen, I can't believe I'm about to say
this. He must be drunk.
Because this is like my ultimate player move right here.
Playa.
A lot of players out there about to hate me. But I may say I'm busy a lot, and I am busy a lot, but for the people that I'm actually interested in, I do take time to text them back. Even if it's just a one word saying busy. So that way they at least know I'm still interested. Now, the people that, okay, I'm texting you, and then I just stop, and then, you'll text me a couple times, and I won't respond, and then maybe one day I might text you back because, feeling a little lonely or something, and those are the people that I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm not that interested. Like, especially if you can't even hold a conversation with me. I'm big on conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you start texting me back with one words, I'm going to text you back with one words, or I'm probably not going to text you back and just say, oh, the next time I do respond to you, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been so busy, I haven't even had time to, message you back, or my other go-to, which is really bad.
I don't know how old you were when this movie came out. I don't even remember the name of the movie, but it was basically, the whole premise of the movie was, it was like lying. It was about how, it was a comedy, but it was about how lying got started.
Big Fat Liar?
Is that what it was?
Jim Carrey?
It's like where everybody in the town was a liar.
I don't know. No,
I mean,
Big Fat Liar, he was
so
a liar.
basically, everybody in society was a liar. Everybody in society told the truth. I mean, just the hardcore truth. And then somebody started the lies because it would have hurt somebody's feelings, is how it all started. But, you might be saving them a little bit of trouble or feelings in the beginning. But for me, I would rather somebody just be straight up, I'm not into you.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. Oh, I'm busy. I'm this. The dog died. My aunt died. My grandpa died. The dog, her dad died. You know what I mean?
And okay,
I hate excuses.
To be honest, like I was so used to be that person because I used, I'm blunt.
Yeah.
Like my problem is that I tend to deal with a lot of crazies. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes when I you know what I be doing, so I be putting it down. Now, it's just sometimes though, they be too much. Yes. So like trying to tell them you're not interested, they will not take no for an answer.
Give it to them like you weren't interested.
Well,
ladies, and let me tell y'all too, this is like TMI, but listen, ladies, you can't let a man go deep if you don't want to get attached. I'm just going to tell y'all straight up. You don't let him hit the back, okay? That's a little dirty, but I'm just keeping it real. Y'all don't let him go all the way in because where your cuckoo switch is way up in here.
We're going on to number 2. We're going on to number 2 because we're going down a rabbit hole. We don't need to go down today.
I gotta warn my ladies though, because just what you said, the guys are getting all hooked because you're putting it on them. You can't put it down. Or put it down either way, and or let them put it down on you. You're gonna get dickmatized. That's all I'm trying to say.
It really is true.
Dickstracted.
It's so true. We talk about it constantly.
Trying to tell y'all.
Like if Instagram would let me have that as a hashtag, I would. But every time I use it as a hashtag,
I'm just gonna make a shirt.
I get reported. So hashtag dickmatized.
Well, guys, today we're talking about how to know if they are interested in you. The number 2 is that they are going to have constant communication on a daily basis. Let me tell you something. If I told you, you won $1 million lottery ticket, you'd be down here like that. You wouldn't have to call nobody. You wouldn't have to think about it. You'd be on the way to Austin, okay? But the thing about it is that constant communication, and I'm not saying bugaboo or sweat somebody or be thirsty.
Right.
There's a balance. But daily is the word I'm looking for here, and it might just be a good morning. How you doing? Me personally, I have a hard time believing anybody really cares about me if we're dating, especially or thinking about getting serious or are serious, and you don't even want to wake up and see if I'm alive or dead, or if those kind of things like that, or you don't communicate every day. It doesn't have to be like long drawn out conversations.
Right.
But something to let me know I'm on your mind, I'm going to lose interest pretty quick.
Listen, the last guy that I was talking to, I had to actually tell him, like, look, you didn't even give me a good morning text. You just, all day long, you know what I'm saying? Like, because generally speaking, like, I get it. It's a two-way street. If you want a good morning, you got to send a good morning. But I'm going to tell you, like, if you're up before me, I expect you to text me good morning, because I'm a night person, so you're clearly just about almost everybody's up before I am. Me too, so sure. I had to say that because I was like, if you're really interested, like you gotta show me that you're interested. Because if I don't even have a good morning text message from you, and you've been up for like 3 hours, I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, well, he's just not that interested. So I'm going to stop wasting my time.
Yeah, because if I'm like, oh, Jacob, I'm so into you, I'm so into you, I'm so into you. But then you hear from me just sporadically through the week. Are you going to believe me?
Exactly.
Versus somebody who every day, even just once a day, says, hey, thinking about you.
Right. It's just.
It's a thought.
Exactly. Because even if you send a good morning text and I don't hear you from the rest of the day, I at least knew that you thought about me when you went to, because sometimes I'm not the good morning texter because sometimes I have to wake up and boom,
out the door.
Gotta go, but I'm always a good night texter. If I didn't text you good morning, I'm at least texting you good night.
You do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he knows better than text me good morning because he won't get an
good
answer.
God. If I try to sit here and text her anything in the morning, the first thing I get, I'm still asleep for 25 more minutes. Leave me alone. Hey, talk to you later.
I don't understand that. I gotta go to bed till like 5 or 6 in the morning. So that's why. Okay.
Facts. So today we're talking about how to know somebody's actually interested in you.
Yes.
The first two we were talking about quick replies and daily communication.
Yes.
So quick replies and a lot of questions. Because quick replies don't always mean that they're interested. Because if they just do K, hey, thumbs up, those may be quick, but they're not questions.
That's enough to keep you as an option.
that's side piece material. Thank you very much. Okay, your plan B, probably C. So the third one that we're coming on to is finding an excuse to always connect with you.
I love that one.
Exactly. Like if you really want to spend time with me, I'm a busy person, but luckily for me, what I do, I
you still have a lot of freedom though.
Right. But I entertain the public.
Yeah.
So my thing is like if you really want to spend time with me, even though I'm working, I can still spend time with you. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about that? Like if somebody you're dating, would you? Because some people don't want somebody they're dating at their job or their gigs. So it's kind of like, but as a comedian, I would want you to come support me.
I mean, I don't want you at every gig. I don't need you at every gig. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But, like if you're sitting here saying that, oh, you're working too much and we haven't had time to spend together, I work in the party zone. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to have a good time, come with me. Because anyone who knows who's hung out with DJ Houston knows that DJ Houston's fun when he's behind the decks. And you can come over and have fun with me. Because there's times where I even get out on the dance floor myself. Because I'm just like...
outdance. I was just going to say, you're probably outdance them.
Exactly. Yeah. So, if you really want to spend some time with me, like, come to one of my gigs if we can't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I look for, like, when I really want to, if I'm into somebody and I really, really want to see them, I'm like, oh, you're at work? Okay, when's your lunch break?
Exactly.
Oh, you don't get a lunch break? Let me bring you breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, shoot.
Hey, this is so true. The good ones are either just taken or straight gay. What do they say? Taken or gay.
Well, I say they're either taken or straight. So, to each his own.
I've been trying to flip them for about a year. It ain't working.
Yeah.
I'm too old for them anyway, but you like older women? Like, I don't like women or old. So.
Yeah, like, I just don't like women. That's I'm sorry. Like, I like y'all as a friend, yes. But...
no benefits.
Yeah, definitely not.
Fine. I love that one, though. I agree with you. They are definitely going to always find an excuse to talk to you about. It could be something dumb. It could just be like, oh my God, I almost got run over in traffic. I mean, just anything.
Talk to you, call you. I'm telling you, like, they're going to find some kind of way to connect with you. Yeah. Something. Even if it's sending you memes all day long or Instagram reels of funny stuff. That's still a way of connecting.
Or they know you're looking for a job. They send you job postings.
Exactly.
Or they try to help you find a job.
Exactly. They pull up their connections to give you a job.
They're invested in you is the word we're looking for.
Exactly.
What's the next one? Okay. Okay. The next one is, today we're talking about how to tell if they are interested or not, because there's so many people playing freaking games now. But love is easy. Okay. Where there's confusion, that's not from God. That is meant to distract you. There's something going on. Y'all need to work out still. And can it work out? But one of the things I've noticed over time is the timing just may not be right. There's been so many couples that they meet at the wrong time. That's a real thing.
Yeah, actually,
right person.
When I was younger, and I know we obviously aren't together anymore.
Yeah.
But there was my first love, I can say. The first time we dated, it was not the time for us. Like there's just, we were both so young and stupid that, everything that we tried to do just didn't work.
Yeah.
Then 3-4 years later, after forgetting about who we even were, we ran into each other, reconnected, and dated for like a whole year because it was just like, it was the right time for that particular relationship. Obviously, it wasn't the right relationship, but I learned a lot
never the right time.
Exactly, but I learned a lot of lessons, you know, and that's the thing about dating, guys. Like, sometimes it's not meant to work out. Sometimes it's meant to teach you a lesson.
Amen.
You know, you just got to remember to follow God's path. He puts everybody in your life for a reason, whether it's good or bad, to teach you a lesson or to
see if you're still stupid.
Exactly, but you know, you just got to learn from those opportunities.
All right, guys. Today we're talking about how to tell if they're still interested. The next way to know is that they're always curious to know more about you. That is one of the biggest red flags you'll notice when you're dating. Is somebody, have you ever been to dinner with somebody or went out with somebody and all they talk about is their self? They never, or you get home.
Don't even
when
ask
you're dating,
you.
How was your day?
That was my ex-husband. He was the
know.
biggest narcissist in the world.
Like, they don't even know. Like, they don't even know what happened to you that
Exactly,
day.
exactly. I could have literally been
having a
robbed that day,
and
I would have been like, babe, I came home and I got robbed on my way. Oh yeah, okay, that sounds good. You know what? My day today was just da 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 and da da da. Okay, I'm sorry that your boss was a total B again today, but I got robbed.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
always
And
a comparison.
Exactly.
So
it's like, well, mine's worse. So, you know, yeah, like people,
and that's the thing. So those are the red flags to look out for when you, because what you want to get to is somebody to know they're truly interested in who you are, which goes past ego, gets into the soul. That's where your compatibility really lies. You got to get past anything physical, worldly, anything external. It has to be that inner beauty that you're looking for. And when they're really interested in you, they're going to want to know everything about you. Start at birth. And they're going to, I'm telling you, because when you're really interested, what happened to you when you were 3? What happened when you were 5?
right, exactly.
They want to know.
They do. They truly do. So one of the other ways to know if somebody's interested in you is they're going to try to impress you. Every turn you do, every little milestone that you have or that they have, they're going to try to impress you. And I'm not talking with money or expensive things. I'm talking about like knowing what you're most like, what you're really intimate about, I guess you could say. You know, like they're going to know that in order to relax, you like to go and sit in the bathtub with some Marvin Gaye on and a glass of wine for about 3 hours. So when you get home...
In my bushes again?
So when you get home, you're going to have some rose petals leading your way to the bathtub. It's going to be a nice hot bath ran for you and a big old glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? It's those kind of things that we're talking about when they're trying to impress you. Not, hey girl, guess what? I just bought me a Lambo for $100K. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference.
That's stunting.
Are they impressing your ego or your soul? It's about, you want somebody that's going to give you soul food. It really is so true, because if it's about, I'm trying to impress you with what I'm driving, my house, all that can change. And then what if it changes? If you're building your foundation on sand, it can crumble. You got to have something solid, friendship and belief systems, and what your goals are, and how you want to retire, how you want to live the rest of your life, how you raise your children. It is deep. Marriage is work, guys. So if you think it's going to be all that surface crap about, oh, I'm trying to impress you through my car, and they lose the car, do you still have a relationship? Right.
You know what? Matter of fact, I kind of actually I know we're a little running out on time, but this brings me back to I think it was 93.7 that did this little interview one day, and it was saying how if you start dating somebody and they introduce you to this lifestyle, so like you're poor, but the person that you're dating happens to have money, so they drown you with all this Gucci and Prada and all this stuff, and then y'all break up. What women are saying is that it's the man's responsibility to make their lifestyle still continue after they break up because they introduced them to that lifestyle.
Wrong.
And I'm sitting here like, see, those are people who are clout chasing. And exactly.
B, get off your back. And a man don't want a woman that's only good for laying on her back, first of all. And even if you did stay with them, because what happens is when you value that money, honey, he's done upgrade you for a better
exactly.
home.
Whether you got a ring on it or not.
Even Apple don't maintain certain levels, okay? Why would he go service an old model? You has been. That's why you got to have a skill, your own money, your own power, your own time. Do not ever depend on anyone to give you anything, because they can take it away just as quick.
And that's what I'm saying. So, like, you know, if you're looking for people who are trying to impress you that way by introducing you to the nicer side of things, then you ain't looking for love, honey.
Listen, there are millionaires that kill themselves, okay? And that's one thing that a lot of people with money will tell you is you get so excited to get there, and then you realize more money, more problems, more taxes, more threat. Now you can't walk on the street freely, especially if you're in the public eye, because now you're a target. So it is more money, more problems. Let me find out, Lord, and I'm going to show you that I ain't going to change, but I'm just saying,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, guys, today, how to know if they're interested. The next one is they're always, this is the number one place for people to meet is at work. The number one place people cheat is at work, okay? So, and you got to be really careful when you say work husbands, because a lot of men really get the side eye for that, right? Now, if they're like DJ Houston, if I had a husband, he wouldn't have to worry, because I've tried, it ain't gonna work. Okay, but here's the thing: if somebody at your job is always inquiring about your work status, your relationship status, it's not. I mean, some people just look at it like casual conversation, right?
Right.
It goes back to what we said before when they ask a lot of questions.
Exactly.
If they're prying about your relationship status, don't answer them. Ask them to answer theirs first.
Ooh.
Are you single? Oh, I'm single. Does your wife know that? Are you single? Are you single or they're locked up in jail? They're single, they live in another state. You got to clarify, you know what I'm saying? Because even people in jail have the gated communities.
She busted out. I live in a gated community. I haven't heard that in a while.
Right.
No, it's hashtag 90s.
Hashtag gated community. But all I'm saying is, when people inquire about your relationship status, don't be so thirsty to answer. Let them hunt a little bit. Let them chase you. Men love to chase. They love to hunt, right? And there are some that are the beta and they like the reverse. But for the most part, at least alpha males, definitely enjoy the hunt. So when they ask you what your relationship status is, that's your clue they're interested. But don't make it so easy. Have fun with the flirting and play a little bit.
But remember, like I said at the beginning of the show,
unless it's against your job policy.
Not only that, but don't be sitting here ghosting either. Like, don't be playing too hard to get.
Together.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing too hard to get. Okay, like.
You come to our date, Jacob. Hey, Jacob in accounting. How you doing? This is Steve. That would be
hey, Jacob in accounting. I need my check today. Are you gonna cut it? It'll be here tomorrow. Sorry, everybody else gets paid today. It got lost in the mail. Exactly.
But it's direct deposit. Well,
it got lost in the direct deposit. Okay.
Yeah, because it's in mine now. All right, guys. Today we're talking about how to tell if they're interested. What's the next one?
Oh, the next one is they're gonna try to flirt with you,
Ooh.
but it has to be in a good way.
Right.
Not in a hoochie mama type kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, not hey.
Disrespectful.
Exactly. Or, side piece kind of way. Exactly. Like, it has to be, hey, Amber, I'm loving how your eyes are looking so beautiful today in this lighting. It makes your smile so gorgeous. And seen. She's like, you better stop. This is about to turn into an X-rated film real quick. Excuse us real quick. We're going to cut to commercial.
But it is true. Because listen, that's the same thing when I always tell women. As a mother of a daughter and a son, I tell them both the same advice. When you are picking a woman, to my son, when you're picking a woman, that is the mother of your children. Don't just look at their body. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't be disrespectful. Don't treat a woman that you would want a man to treat me. And I tell, because my daughter's watching as the example, but so is my son. A lot of women don't understand your sons are watching what you allow. Because I had one guy try to tell me he was looking for a queen. I'm like, your mama's never been a queen. So how are you going to tell me you even know what one is? You don't know what you don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's a fact. So don't be so judgmental about that part about, I want a queen, but you don't even know what it is yourself. I'm just saying. But come at a woman as a queen or as a man, as a king. Be respectful in the way you approach them. You can give a compliment, and if you want to flirt and they're across the room, all you got to do is just walk past them, make the eye contact, smile, and just, I like your shirt. Boom, keep walking. And they're going to be like, Row!
I mean, in my case, I got the beautiful eyes and the dimples, so, all I really got to do is...
Yes. All right, guys, how to know if they're interested. You know, if y'all don't know by now, we shouldn't even do the last two. But if the last two is they do not change after knowing you completely. So we talk about this a lot, especially in relationships. You don't want to change up whatever you did in the beginning. So, for example, if this was related to like sales, like if you have a sales job, you got to stay consistent all the way through to the end, even after you close the deal, because otherwise they're going to think you're fake. It's the same thing in a relationship. You can't do whatever it takes to close the deal as far as the relationship, and then all of a sudden, I got them locked down, my true colors, I can get fat now and get ugly, I can let my hair grow on my face, I can, you know what I'm saying, I can act crazy. You got to stay consistent with whoever you were in the beginning. Whatever you do to get them is what you got to do to keep them.
Right, and the very last thing that we have to show that they're interested is that the effort. You know, the effort is consistent. Because once again, we're talking about that consistency.
Yes.
You know, you can't sit here and look like a 10 when you meet them and drop down to a 5 after you take off all that makeup.
Got your sensible
and
mom jeans on.
Exactly. So as long as the effort's still there, you know what I mean? That's showing that they're the effort of consistency, you know, the fact that they're every day trying to check on you, see how you are as a person, you know, these are signs that they are that much into you.
I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we got to take a break. But at the end of the day, it's the thought that counts. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you just look at their actions and you don't go by their words, you will know that people do what they want to do and people do what you let them. We'll come right back. We got a few words from our friends of the show. But when we come back, we're going to finish talking about why intelligent people have such a hard time finding love.
I guess she's about to teach me why I can't find love yet. We'll be right back after a break from our friends.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Speed claims based on combined upload and download capacity of Internet 300, Internet 500, and Internet 1000 versus Xfinity, Spectrum, and Cox 400 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max typically is 940 megabits per second for Internet 1000. Speed vary, not guaranteed.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
What's up, H-Town? It's your boy, DJ Houston. And let me tell you about one of the greatest events we got going on this weekend. We are having an amazing fashion show teamed up with Macy's, and I'm going to be mixing. And your girl, Amber Neal's going to be hosting.
Hey guys, I can't wait. Guys, we had so much fun at the Fall Fashion Show, and we are going to bring it back for the end of the year holiday season fashion show. And man, do we have a treat in store for you guys. And I also want to tell you the other part of it. My partner, the other beautiful blonde on here, not just me, Shamir Bacon Destin, baby. Okay, she's going to be on the red carpet.
Yes, can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited to see all the models, and we really want to thank Macy's for having us. And I will be doing red carpet interviews. Y'all know how we do. Boss Up Houston, baby.
And Demetrius, you are the amazing brain behind this, the organizer. You did such a great show for them at the Fall Fashion Show. Now they want you back for the end of the year fashion show. Tell us what we can expect with the models and the event in general.
Thank you. Well, you're going to expect a lot of models from Neil Hamill, and models coming in from Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Beaumont, and all around the Texas area. Also, we're going to be working with Sky Models, and it's just going to be a real festive event. We have red carpet interviews with Boss Up Network, and we just have a lot of odds and ends that's going to be tied up into this event. That's going to be very festive, and it's going to be the biggest fashion show that we've had. December 4th, 2021. Well, make sure you get there early to get your interview from Boss Up Network. You guys are going to get there at 12, and you'll start doing your interviews and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's going to be real festive, and we're going to have a great time. It's going to be fantastic.
The G Boys making their moves. We got a live performance from the G Boys.
The G Boys will be performing mid show, so the G Boys will be performing. And we'll also have raffles and gifts and prizes to give out to all the people that's actually going to be attending. So yes, it's going to be real great, real festive. So I appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate Boss Up Network. I appreciate Macy's for helping with this event, and just come out and enjoy.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Y'all check it out. Come see us at noon at the Macy's Alameda, guys, at Macy's Alameda on Instagram. For more information, go to Boss Up Houston Network.
Y'all heard it right here, H-Town.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. It's your girl matchmaker comedian Amber Neal with my co-host DJ Houston.
What?
Man, we had a really, really fun part of the show. That was really interesting, right?
It really was. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who was interacting with us on Instagram.
Yes.
We're going to kind of start doing this little thing where you get a little sneak peek
Snippets
of the show if you follow us on our Instagrams.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, and if you don't know them already, I ain't even going to bother to tell you. Google it. All right? Google it.
All right, guys. For more information about everything we have going on, we have a lot of events going on. We got Macy's this Saturday. We've got Total Package Awards. We've got a lot of things coming up. Y'all go check that out. The more information is all on my blog at amberneal.com, or you can go to Facebook. You can get information, or Boss Up Houston Network as well. All right, guys. Today, we're going to close the show with this really interesting topic that I came across. And I thought this is really interesting because I'm a sapiosexual, and if you don't know what that is, that means you have to stimulate my mind before you can think about touching my body. And so a lot of people wonder, like, wow, if I'm so freaking smart, why am I not rich? No, wrong topic. If I'm so freaking smart, why do I not have somebody in my life?
She's like, wrong topic, my bad, money on the mind.
That's what I've been thinking about. My dad had a sign in his office that says, "You're so darn smart, weren't you rich?" Well, my dad was, though. But all right, guys. So why intelligent people struggle with love? Before we go into it, what's your guess?
Overthinking. I feel like as someone who's intelligent, all intelligent people, for some reason, as intelligent as they are, overthink.
It's funny you say that because I saw a meme one time that said, "I'm an overthinker. You can't hurt me. I already figured out the probability of you doing that, and I figured you would, and you did." Because that overthinking, I'm a Virgo. If y'all know anything about Virgos, honey, we are the most analytical sign of the zodiac, I swear. Analytical, but overthinking is our number one flaw. Number one, guaranteed. And I have a genius IQ. So when you put those two things together, that's why I don't go to sleep at night. I'll be thinking. I'm thinking and thinking and thinking. Because you got to have time. You do have to have time to think about it, process it, right?
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, but I think that's why a lot of those lust-based relationships really don't work, because you didn't ever think. You literally met them, you jumped in bed immediately, and then you just stayed humping for 6 months. And then one day you woke up, you're like, I don't even like you, bro. Like, who are you?
I feel so attacked right now.
Last name. you didn't ask my last name till the third week. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. That is why lust-based relationships usually fizzle out, because you didn't find out what you really thought about it before you jumped all the way in. So let's jump in today, guys. We're going to talk about why intelligent people struggle with love. And if you're one of those people, write into the show. We'd love to hear about that as well. And if you're single, come sit on the sexy single sofa. We haven't done that in a while. I think it's time to bring her back out.
I think so too. If you're single, let us know. Hit us up at the Amber Neal Show on Facebook, so that way we can get you booked for our sexy single sofa.
Sexy single sofa.
Yes, and just to remind all y'all basic people out there who can't seem to have a memory of anything, we've actually matched somebody and gotten them married from our sexy single sofa. So if you want some free matchmaking, a $35,000 package for free, hit up the show or hit up the hotline, 866-479-8752.
All right, guys. So this is why intelligent people really struggle for love. Number one, they trust their mind more than they trust their heart.
Ooh, yeah. And you know what? I want to say that I became an overthinker after my heart got shattered into a million pieces for the third time.
That's why a lot of people that do have multiple divorces feel that way. Like a lot of people, especially American culture, I've seen a lot of people get married up to 3 times.
Dang.
I mean, that's really normal, honestly. It's
my grandpa was married 7 times.
It's like, what number are you on? You'll get it right by your 4th or 5th one. I mean, that's kind of how people look at it. But see, that's the problem, is that people don't think enough about how if it don't work out, then what? And is this really how I want to spend my life? But people go in, they want the wedding, not the marriage. And they go in with the attitude of, if it doesn't work out, just get a divorce. But if you're an overthinker, that will keep you, and you won't have to worry about getting divorced because you will be staying single.
You won't ever get married.
Because you won't ever find a freaking relationship because you think it to death. I strongly recommend getting a therapist in your life, a counselor, a date coach, a life coach, somebody, a preacher, a friend, a brother, whoever it is you trust. You know they have good intentions for you and they're not a secret hater. Very important.
Yeah.
But get somebody to talk to and vent it out. I'm telling you, when I talk to DJ Houston, I could be going through 10 million things or vice versa. But it's like when we get to like brainstorm it out together, man, it gives me so much more relief because I'm going to overthink it. I'm a Virgo. But at least now I have a perspective that's not just my overthinking.
Right. And I know it's so easy to overthink. It's so easy, especially when you've been hurt a lot. But you have to learn to start shutting that down and trusting your gut more than your brain.
That is true.
A lot of times, your brain's just trauma. All right, and that's what it goes back to. That's what it really, because it doesn't want to have to go through it again.
Right.
So it's like, ding, 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 ding. Hello, this is the flag that caused this last time. And a lot of times, a lot of the reasons I used to go through a lot of relationships so fast is because I was such an overthinker. I would assume before we even started dating that the person was going to cheat on me. And so then the whole relationship, I was like, not trusting them. And what's the word? Not codependent,
but this is why that's what you've learned. You've learned that you need to be healed before you try to date because you're bringing that baggage. We persecute our new romantic interest based on our old baggage.
Exactly.
They're not them.
They're not your ex, and that's why when you go into new relationships, you really have to. I'm not saying be ignorant
or naive.
Exactly.
Investigate, girl.
Right,
okay?
but don't always just assume the worst if there's no reason to even if they've never given you a reason, they've never cheated on you, they've never even flirted with somebody in front of you, then why even assume it in the first place? Because they're probably not. Don't
be bitter, don't be angry, don't have listen, if you are still thinking about an ex, number one, or you have trust issues you haven't healed from, you are not ready to date.
Right. And actually
it sucks for a while, but you got to let it burn. Healing is not a duo project.
Right. And funny, because I came across a meme earlier today that said that if you have to second guess it or you can't decide, then it needs to be let go.
Or you have to pray your way out of it.
Exactly. Like you just need to cut it off because you're not ready. Mm-hmm. And I completely agree with that. If you're having doubts or if you're starting to feel like, you're getting those negative thoughts and that they're cheating on you, bring it up, confront it. You know what I'm saying? Confront your fear. Ask them. And if they say no, you have no reason to doubt.
Device on their car like everybody else does. Okay.
What's the next one? just deal with it. Deal with it. If you don't deal with it, it's just going to eat at you. That's all I got to say. Just deal with it. So, the next reason why intelligent people are having a hard time finding love is because they struggle Okay, just like everybody else, they struggle, but they struggle with that vulnerability.
Yeah.
It is so hard to be vulnerable around people when you're intelligent because, especially when you have that hurt heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're overthinking everything. Again, back to that overthinking. I just feel like, as I said before, I feel like the biggest problem with intelligent people is we overthink everything.
But guess what? You cannot get to trust without the vulnerability. You cannot be vulnerable without the trust. You can't have trust without vulnerability. They're tied. You know what I mean? You can't have one without the other. And that is that everybody wants love. Oh, I want it. I'm ready. And in your heart, you are ready. But in your mind, if you're still thinking, I don't know, because I might get hurt again. I don't want to be vulnerable. But I'm telling you, if you can never get to that place of vulnerability, you will never, ever have a successful relationship. It is required for the intimacy to thrive. You have to be vulnerable with that person. And that's why, again, slow down, go to events and adventures, meet people naturally, meet people with friendships, because then you can see how they act in real settings in real life, and you're not just so lust struck that you're so busy humping that you're ignoring all the red flags, or you're not getting out in real life situations where you can see how they treat the wait staff. How do they handle this? Do they have road rage? Are they putting you in danger? I mean, how do they handle the general public will be your clue if you can be vulnerable with them, because if somebody's nasty all the time to everybody else, more than likely you don't want to be vulnerable with them because they're going to throw it in your face whenever you get in a fight.
Now, as Houston's Billionaire Matchmaker,
That's me.
I feel like I have to ask you.
Yes.
Do you feel like
Yes.
two intelligent people should be dating each other?
Definitely.
Or do you think we should... So do you think two unintelligent people should be dating each other?
They should be blown off the face.
I mean,
I am a comedian. I'm just kidding.
But
I think
honestly,
they should be moved to an island somewhere.
I mean, I just honestly like
general
on a scale,
Yes.
thinking, because as entertainers, we constantly say, should we date other entertainers? Should we not? It's always been up in the air
let me tell you.
for a lifetime. So, as people who are intelligent, because I feel like when you are intelligent, it's always hard to deal with the general public, period, because most people don't realize how
'Cause you're a leader
common sense
usually.
ain't
Yeah.
so common. So do you think it makes, like, we're both intelligent people.
Yeah.
So do you think that if we date somebody who's not totally on our level, it's going to work? Or do you think they have to be as intelligent as us?
I don't think it has to be an equal yoked situation.
Okay.
I think they have to be intelligent to your liking. So and there's different intelligence, right? There's book smart, street smart. I mean, there's different kinds of intelligence. So for me, it's really more about the way they make me feel with it. For example, I dated somebody who was a doctor, and doctor with psychology, and that was a very interesting experience. But the thing about it was, most shrinks have strings, by the way. I just put that little disclaimer in there. But the point about it is he's a sapiosexual too. I was number one drawn to his intelligence. Why? Because here's my rule of thumb. If I don't feel like I can learn something from you, I'm not interested. And honestly, it could be somebody, I don't even have a college degree. I literally went to college 1 year, got bored out of my mind, and dropped out. And because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a creator, I'm an innovator. I was never meant, just like Bill Gates and Dell and Jobs and all those people, they didn't go to college either. Even Elon Musk said he would hire somebody out of high school. Because college, anyway, that's about debt. But my point is, I value education. I got my kids to get one. But the point is smart doesn't necessarily mean educated. There's educated idiots.
This is true because I don't have a college degree or anything like that, but I have way more street smarts and business smarts than probably somebody with a degree. You know what I'm saying?
School of hard knocks. I'm telling you, when you grow up, especially when you grow up and struggles with our families and things we've been through, you grow up really young. And if you grow up really young, a lot of it is not book smart. You just learn. Sometimes you have to learn how to be creative to feed your family if there's no food.
Exactly.
If there's no money, if there's no time, if you're struggling just coming up as a kid, your hardships, don't resent those hardships. Let that be your fuel to a purpose to help other people like what you went through.
Right. So, do you think overthinking is something that can be cured, though? Like, because I know so many overthinkers. I am one. And I've never seen an overthinker really like
There's a formula.
slow it down too much, but
It's one word. It's called meditation. A supplication, and specifically in the word, it's talking about asking prayer with supplication. Supplication is meditation.
so I guess my real question is do you think two overthinkers can date each other?
Yes.
You
A
think so?
1,000,000%. Yes, absolutely. Because even though it'll be a little bit annoying, or a lot annoying, unless you overthink the same way. Now, if your thinking style is kind of like if your humor is the same way, if you're both overthinking it, you could totally love that. Go, yeah, I thought about that too. Let's avoid that. And it could be a team, and it could work really in simpatico. But it also could be annoying if you don't overthink the same way. Like if you're I got to get up at 4 a.m. and I got this routine and I'm do this meditation, and then your day's already started by 9 o'clock. You've already done 10 things. The other person who wants to be a night owl thinker, you're not going to be in the bed with them. So that's where the complications come from, is the time of day that you think.
All right, so you heard it from Houston's millionaire matchmaker. So if you want some more advice like that, come sit on that sexy single sofa.
Yes, amberneal.com, baby.
Facts. So moving on to the next one of why intelligent people have a hard time finding love. We've figured out that mostly it's overthinking.
Yes.
But the next one is they value personal growth with their partner more than value looks. So they're not here stunting for Instagram and trying to grow their fan base. They're trying to grow you as a person, your spirit. They're trying to get you on a spiritual level to be more you.
Yeah, because intelligent people don't give a damn what people think, first of all. Yeah. Intelligent people are not followers. Intelligent people are usually leaders. They might be loners, but they're still not going to be a follower. And what they're not going to get caught up in is what everybody else is doing. So they're not going to get caught up in all the external things. They understand the intelligence, and especially when it comes with wisdom, and they've been on the earth long enough, they know that none of that matters anyway.
Yeah.
You could. I don't even want to speak. I'm real careful with my words because I manifest. But something could happen to anyone, and you may not have the same looks or ability to walk or ability to see. I mean, anything could happen to you. So form those relationships with people that overthink. The only overthinking you want to do in that is, if I get cancer, if I get in a car wreck, if I lose something, are they still going to ride? Are they still going to be there? That's the only thinking you need to think about. Not like, oh, do I look fat in this dress? Who cares? You got to have a real people and real relationships. All this fake crap is exactly what you're going to get, fake crap.
Right. And you know what? I kind of do want to, I know we talk a lot about singles today, and about what it's like to be single and to be overthinker and all this. But for those of you who are already in a marriage or a relationship, something serious, and you're starting to hit that rough patch, and you can't figure out what to do. One's an overthinker, one's not, or you're both overthinking.
Yeah.
We got a solution. Check out marriedate.com. We have counselors. We've got counselors on there for you. We've got great events for y'all guys to do together with other like-minded couples. So that way, you guys can get out of that funk, because it doesn't just happen to singles. It happens to marriages as well, which is exactly why Amber created Married Date, because nobody caters to married couples. You know what I'm saying? They cater to singles. But what happens when you go and get hooked up from events and adventures because you found your perfect match? What are you supposed to do when you hit that rough spot? Are you supposed to just give up? No, we're supposed to cure that divorce rate by getting counseling, joining Married Date, spicing up your life some more. Yes. So I know we're here talking about, but because I know there's a lot of people who rushed into relationships, rushed into marriages, and not saying that they can't work, but you don't know how.
Lust-based usually,
right? Mm-hmm. But you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to deal with an overthinker, or to deal with any intelligence or anything like that. Just deal with relationships, period. We got a solution for you. Check out marriedate.com. I'm telling you, it's sad how much people really don't know what to do in relationships. They just know.
Out, honey.
Exactly. They just know, let's make some babies, let's have some fun, and we'll take it from there.
Babies ain't gonna keep a man. A marriage ain't gonna keep a man.
Amen.
That ain't what's gonna keep a person. But as someone who's been matchmaking 17 years and I've never had a client get divorced, I know what the formula is, guys. Y'all check it out, marriedate.com. For more information, y'all hit us up about that. But this next one of why intelligent people struggle with love is my personal reason why I struggle with love. Because people are like, oh, how are you a single matchmaker? Well, I'm a comedian and I like to roast people. That's the real answer. But the truth is, I'm a loner to the core. I have a lot of really people in my tight circle that I love, but I'm one of these people, I cannot live with anybody. I need my own time. The number one thing for a lot of people that are intelligent, they are comfortable with their own company. So it can make it can make their partner feel insecure or not needed, or make them overthink. Oh, well, they must be pushing me away. They must be cheating. They must not, But that's the thing. That's why you got to build a friendship and get to know how your person processes things. It's not that I don't want to be with you, but everyone needs autonomy. Everybody needs different levels of that. And that is why the divorce requests doubled at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, because they didn't have autonomy, and they were asking me to come on the news and talk about how do you create autonomy in a house when you're in lockdown, right? But that's how serious it is that the divorce requests doubled in the beginning of COVID, because people couldn't have autonomy. So for me, the simple answer is your company with me has to make me happier than my autonomy, which I love. I'm a Virgo on top of that, so.
Yeah,
I love being alone. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a thinker. I want to be alone and think.
The only thing she wants to do is be alone
with my Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah, we can drink our Dr. Pepper.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
she just wants to be alone with her Dr. Pepper.
Look at that.
So, I mean, honestly, if you're trying to win the way to her heart, show up with a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. Actually, hold up. Show up with a case of Dr. Pepper, because,
I bleed DP, baby. Hashtag I bleed DP. Y'all got any connections with Dr. Pepper? Tell them to hook us this time.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's I'm telling you.
I am full of Dr. Pepper.
She could have nothing else in life, but she's going to have her Dr. Pepper.
That's it.
That's it. And she's going to be content. She's going to be nice and happy.
So happy. You have no idea. What's the last one?
And our very last one about why intelligent people cannot find love or have trouble finding love is because they are in tune with being rational rather than emotional. Ooh. And this may make them come across as insensitive.
Who am I thinking?
Oh, you're thinking of me, really?
Nope. Shout out to all my Sagittarius friends.
We know exactly who you're talking about, but
because that's how they are. Sagittarius are like that. They are not emotional. They are strictly rational.
I mean,
and
it's
people
true.
think they're insensitive, but they're sensitive too. But they look at it from a logical, it is or it ain't.
See, and the thing is, I'm so weird. I am so weird because I have so many different layers. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's that Libra, because I'm always kind of trying to balance. But because I can be very emotional, but then I can be on the very side of the other spectrum too, where I have no emotion. And exactly. And it's all just ration. Like this is exactly, it's the cold hard. So, it kind of depends on what you're kind of spitting out, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're just all ration, no like
you
all
and
numbers.
I are we're reactionary.
Right.
We're not really going to start nothing with nobody, but if you come for us,
exactly,
you will get multiplied what you give out.
So it's kind of weird how I come out. You know what I'm saying? Because I can be a very emotional person, as we've all seen at some points in time.
You think I am? How would you describe me? You think I'm emotional or rational?
I think you're kind of a mix because you think rationally with your emotions. Mm-hmm. You've learned how to
I'm an empath, that's why.
Exactly. You've learned how to control your emotions enough that, they don't think for you, but you include them in your decision.
Amen.
Because we're all humans and we have emotions, and that's what people connect with is emotion.
Most of us. From what I hear, there's lizard people.
Don't even get me started with that one. So, so it may come across as insensitive, but honestly, it's just, it's just logic. That's what it is. Some people just see numbers more than anything.
People think I'm insensitive all the time. I come across rude as hell to people sometimes.
So do I. I mean, I come
off tough love.
Right, and I'm blind.
It's all in love.
Exactly.
But I'm not if you came to me for advice, I'm not the person that's going to sugarcoat it. I will try to be sensitive to your feelings, but if I realize that everybody in your family or your friends have already tried that route and then you're still coming to me and you're telling me something.
Listen, something that happened to me about 5 years ago that I still eat every day when I talk to somebody. I'm such a blunt person. Yeah. You cannot ask me for my opinion and expect me to sugarcoat it for you. So if you ask me if you still look fat and I say, well, you don't look as fat, it's not me trying to say that I'm not trying to be emotional. I'm not trying to say that you are fat. I'm not trying to say anything like that. I'm just trying to tell you, I can't lie to you and say you're skinny. That? I did say that. I said that exact thing. And I still eat that. Oh, man. Every time they're like, you called him fat. And I was like, but I didn't call him fat. I just said you're not as fat as you used to be. I'm sorry, but you're not skinny either. What do you want me to say, okay? You're not fat anymore, but you're not skinny. You're in between. Like, and if I say that, I'm still calling you fat. So point being is that, it's not being insensitive. I know you got emotions, and I know you're looking for support. Oh, you lost weight. Here you go. You look so skinny now. I know that's what you're looking for, but again, I'm about ration. I'm not going to lie to your face because, sometimes, but if you think about it this way, that tough love right there that I gave you could have been motivation for you to work out some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, just use it as motivation. Came from a place of love.
I am an expert in the Socrates method. And that basically, if somebody asked me if they look fat, I would say, go look in the mirror. Are you fat?
Yeah, well, that was after.
At the end of the day, if you're fat.
I'm just going to say, when that came down, I was also intoxicated because we were at the bar. So you know what? The fact that this was 5 years ago and it's still being held over my head, I'm just saying, don't come to me and ask me for my opinion if you can't handle it.
But here's the thing: at the end of the day, guys, let me tell you the one thing I taught my kids, and I'm going to wrap it on this. I taught my kids, even when they were little, I told my kids, I said, this is exactly what I said. You don't get your worth from anyone, including me. So I don't care if I say good or bad. You only get your validation from God. And when you can finally learn how to get validation from God, you can learn how to meditate, you can learn how to be autonomous, you can let go, because that is the answer for today's show. The answer is you're struggling with your intelligence. Your intelligence is keeping you single, but why don't you stop thinking that love is a rational process? It is emotional. But the thing is, you have to be vulnerable with your heart. But if you place your heart in God's hands, you can be vulnerable with Him first and let Him show you that you can trust Him. And then that way, if you, as they say, dance with God, He'll let the right partner cut in. But when you're over here trying to logically, and I can figure it out and I can dissect it, there's a formula to this, that's not real love, guys. Real love is easy. It comes to add to your life and not bring on confusion.
Right. Love is not a science. Okay?
It's really not. You
can't put a formula on it and say, this is my perfect person. You can't. It is kind of random, to be honest. Love. When you think about how many people are in this world, how many people you're actually compatible with, it is a total numbers game. It really random. You can't figure it out.
Because if you'd have went that way that day, or you'd have went that way, or I always think about our ancestors when they, especially like us, live in small towns. You're just, as they say in the country, slim pickings. Mm-hmm. You want her, you want her, because that's all there is.
Exactly, which is why I moved to the city.
But that's what I trip on that, because my dad is the baby of 10 kids from a small town where there wasn't any odds. So that was the option. And my grandma could have stopped having kids at any point. So, honey, I know I meant to be here. And my mama had endometriosis and had to have 3 surgeries to be here. So when somebody tells you you don't have value, you're not meant to be here, you look at the odds of you actually being born. It is a trillion, 1 in a trillion. It is, you're so unique. You have your own thumbprint. Don't try to be like other people. Enjoy your life, even if it is your intelligence. And if you are by yourself, be it happy when you're by yourself. It's the energy of the happiness that will attract another happy person. You walk around focusing on the deficit and the negative, you're going to attract more of that.
Exactly. And just remember, if there's one thing that we can teach you today about overthinking when it comes to relationships, is that they are not the person that hurt you. Okay? They may not make the same mistakes. They may not. But don't treat them like they've already made those mistakes, because they are not the same person.
Give people a chance. Get to know them. I mean, that's the main thing. Get to know people before you jump in bed with them and ask names later. It'll save you a lot of headache in the end.
Absolutely. So, y'all guys, thank you so much for tuning into this show today. I hope y'all guys really got to learn some things, especially about overthinking. I can't wait to
hear your afterthoughts.
Right. Y'all guys better just make sure y'all stick around, because we will be right back after this little break with our afterthoughts. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker Amber Neal.
And your girl Shamir making testing, baby.
I'll never get used to tired of you saying that.
I know, right?
Guys, we are so excited. We're here to tell you about our next high publicity event of the year.
Yes, it is the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala. And we want to see you December the 12th in the building at 7 p.m. at the Grand Tuscany Hotel.
In the Grand Ballroom. Okay. It is so nice. I'm so excited.
I am so excited.
And we are honoring Houston's top 20 power couples,
top 10 business women and top 10 business men.
and let's not forget, if you're single and you're ready to mingle, we're also honoring Houston's top 10 most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. For more information, go to eventbrite.com. Find out how you can get plugged in as a sponsor or a vendor.
Yes, you can go to any social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And then you can also reach out to us at www.bossofhoustonnetwork.com.
What's going down, H-Town? It's your boy, DJ Houston. Thank you all today for watching today's show about what it's like to be an overthinker and trying to find love. Of course, that was the second half of the show. If y'all guys were tuned into the first half of the show, we were teaching you about signs about people that are interested in you. You know, when you go around flirting with somebody, and I'm talking like the cute, good flirting, not the, hey, I want you as a side piece kind of flirting. Those are great little signs. Those are great little ways to know if somebody's actually interested in you. What I really liked during the show is how Amber sat here and said, you know, if they're constantly asking you like what your relationship status is and all that, don't answer. Ask a question for the question. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can really see what their real intentions are. Great advice right there. I'm totally going to be using that one myself because let me tell you, I get flirted on a lot and I can never tell if it's just a genuine, you know, you're kind of cute, so I'm just going to say hi, or if it's a, hey, are we going home later today, or are we, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all guys check out those signs and tips that we have for you. And if you're an overthinker, as an overthinker, I'm going to tell you, take some time. Take some time when you get out of a relationship before you jump into another one, so that way you can overthink all the problems before you go ahead and jump into the next person, because they're not your ex. They are not the person that hurt you. They're not your mother. They're not your father. They're not your brother, your sister, or your best friend that stabbed you in the back. They're the person who's trying to be there for you, but they can't be there for you if you're constantly putting them in somebody else's shoes. Let them walk in their own shoes. Let them show you that they are the person that wants to spend their time with you. You know, if they're being consistent with you, give them a shot. Stop overthinking. And every time you overthink, cancel, cancel, cancel. Don't let it happen. Say, they're not the ones that hurt me. Today is a new day. We're putting on some new shoes, and we're not going to be the same person that we were. Thank y'all guys for watching the show today. Make sure y'all guys stick around for some afterthoughts from Amber.
Hey guys, I am so loving the show we did today because as an intelligent person, I have always wondered why it seems so hard. If you're so smart, you've accomplished all these things, you have all these successes, you have all these material things as a reflection, but that's why you have so many millionaires killing themselves, because they learned what I already know, is that money and anything external is not what's going to bring you happiness. It's not going to bring you satisfaction. It might be a temporary fix or a band-aid, but at the end of the day, you want to go inside to find what it is that you're really trying to connect on. What are you really bonding over? Are you bonding over your belief in God? Or are you bonding over your career? Are you bonding over a religion? What are you bonding over? Because how you bond in the beginning will determine the rest of your relationship. And one thing I really want to point out, that's why I endorse Events and Adventures so hardcore for 15 years, because I know that meeting people naturally is the best way to meet people. You engage all of your senses. And like we talked about today on the show, you want to see how people treat people they're not interested in, because that's going to be your clue to let you know if you can be vulnerable with them based on how they treat the wait staff. How do they treat people in traffic? How do they treat people when they don't get their way? Get around them, get to know them, spend time with their family. Hey, if you're dating here at the holidays, it's a really great time to really get the dirt. Talk to the family. Get the 411 on how they really are. The family, families love to clown on each other. So if you want to get the real dirt, go talk to their family. But more than anything, build the friendship, because the looks fade, the money can go away, all the things externally can go away, but then so does your relationship if that's what it's founded on. Found the basis of your relationship on friendship, and then watch how it works. Common interests are also very important too. That's why go check out our friends at Events and Adventures and go have some fun. Their holiday parties are epic. Their New Year's Eve is epic. And if you're married and you also want to make friends and you want to go have some fun and learn your city, marriedate.com. We'll see you guys on the next time. Y'all stay tuned.
Marriedate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.